welcome. Building the creator set 10255 Assembly Square, a retired set, so not easy to get, I don't think, anymore. Of course, you could get it used, but I'm sure for a higher price. And just wanted to start out the Monday evening right with a build. And let's see, can add in some cool pointed features here. Of course, we got our upscale Santa here in the background. Had to get him out there. I heard some Christmas music on the way home, so thought, why not, add to the theme. Oh, I'm kind of blocking it. Let's move over a little bit there. So there we go. We got some Christmas Lego. We've got our creator set. And I think sets like this actually be good for a Christmas Lego build, like a Lego City build. If you have some of those Christmas builds, those sets that they release, those holiday sets they release every year, it might be kind of cool to see that. So if you like Lego and you want to talk Lego, click on the like and join the live stream. This is our Brick Therapy 2-3 logo, and my son, who did a lot of live streams with me over the summer, and there's me. So we built some sig figs of ourselves, actually our whole family, but these are the main two characters, and put Brick Therapy here somewhere in the foreground. And also finished this space is a premium on this table with these modulars. They are fairly good size sets. So finished building up the Jazz Club in the last series of live streams. I wanted to say, building up bag 3 on this creator set. Oh, but I wanted to follow up and say what that offer was. Lego, love Lego, says Ivan, nice. Let's see, double insiders. So Tanner, this is for you if you're still there. Earn double loyalty points for selected Lego Formula 1 sets. November 10 to November 19th. So, gosh, till Wednesday, I guess. Till Wednesday, double points. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so let me know. I think the connection seems better. I'm looking on my other screen now. Let's go. Let's see. Jaden, welcome. Tavaya's here. Mayo's here. Ivan says hello. Alexander's here, of course. Little Lego. And hopefully the connection's a little bit better now. So I am building the Lego Creator set, and this is set 10255 Assembly Square. Hopefully the internet's working. I had a little bit of a buffering, a little bit of a glitch there. And gosh, I wish I could control that better. It makes me think, is Starlink a good investment? I've seen that advertised. I don't know about the pricing. I'm not clear on the pricing, but we'll see. Bee Bandits. Psh, all right, Bee Bandits here. Little Lego is still here. Great, Little Lego. No worries. Treat it as a podcast, and let's build. So I was saying, what's the buffering was happening, that I finished this build here, the Jazz Club, as most of you know, about a week ago. And that was the previous live stream, and did a little video review of that set. Just inspired to talk about the set overall and do a live stream, or not a live stream, but actual video, long form video review of the set. So if you guys get a chance, please watch that video on the regular part of our channel, the regular long form video. And it's about 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes long, a little bit short of 5 minutes. But yeah, podcast, let's go, Bee Bandits. So give that a view if you guys get a chance. And hopefully, the internet connection will stay strong enough to keep building and talking with you guys. Okay, so I left off, let's see, page 89 of the instructions, section 124. Okay, so I'm building up a good portion now of the third building here with it, which I think is the coffee shop. And figure out a way to hold this so it doesn't fall apart. Did a fun short. All right, so there's the 3 minifigs so far. You can tell it's an older modular set, just the regular Lego faces with the regular kind of smiley face look. And Then you get into the look of the build itself, and it's looking really good. You get the florist shop in there, a lot of color, a lot of small builds, and then the bakery next door, and a lot of creative elements in that, especially the rolling door windows, which you can tell these little slats here all put together with a wedding cake in the window as a window display. That looks really good. And the floor pattern where a fountain will be, some nice tile geometric shapes there. And the back, somewhat interesting. You got like a fire escape back there and a back entrance into the bakery itself. So looking pretty good. The build really comes together, especially once you get past bag 2. So if you've ever built this creator set, this probably 1.5 times the normal scale size creator set, you will see, or you will notice there's a lot more going on in the opening or the beginning part of the build. So let's see. Glad to be here. Awesome, B Bandits. Let's see. Ivan says, just finished separating my Lego Creator 3-in-1 pieces of the main street to rebuild a Lego alternative build. Oh no, there goes the buffering again. Oh my gosh, come on, internet. There goes the buffering. My vacation's over and was an okay vacation, says B Bandits. Never tool for Lego. Psh, right on. Good to see all you guys here. Hope you're having a good Monday. Thanks for the 4 likes. And I know quite a few of are here that you've been here before. Please leave a like. Don't forget to leave a like. And good to see the 3 mods here. And this might be a choppy live stream. I don't know. The internet's kind of in and out. So no buffering over here. That's good, B Bandits. I keep seeing that like thinking part on my video feed that I'm watching on my computer. So we will see. Because the internet is demanding I build. That's why. So let's build. I can do a 1x2 brick to start out. That's easy, simple, straightforward. And there we go. Okay, bag 3 part 2 is officially underway. And I was noticing on the Lego website, before the excitement begins, I guess you could say, there are a couple of interesting deals, if you want to call it that, such as the double insider points that you can get if you buy some of the Formula One sets, which I pointed out to Tanner because that was definitely a set he was interested in, or all things Formula One. And then it was like all the well, not all, but a lot of those little Formula One, I think, collectible, kind of like CMFs were out there for double insider points. But as far as the aquarium, which is so funny, and that set apparently was so popular, it's already on back order, but let me double check. And you do get a gift with purchase, a fish tank filter with food, which is basically a Lego built filter. Like, there's nothing too exciting about it. And the aquarium is on back order. 3 out of 5 stars rating. $480 set. It will ship by December 5th. But man, if you wanted that almost $500 aquarium build, hopefully you'll get it before Christmas. That's just so funny to see that. Ryan Airlines, let's go. I've flown on Ryanair. Welcome, Ryanair. B Bandit says, I'm doing great. Yes, welcome. And B Bandit says, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, sit down, watch the lovely Brick Therapy 2-3 building the Lego Assembly Square. Wow, lovely. I like that. We will pin that message. Thanks, B Bandits. Good to see all you guys here. And thank you for sticking with me on the buffering that happened at the beginning of the live stream. Little Lego says, or no, Never Too Old for Lego says, I don't know why Lego keeps sending me magazines. Gee, I wonder, Never Too Old for Lego, are you part of the Lego club there? Hey, Kathy, welcome back. And good to see you guys. All right, so what's up, Brick Therapy 2-3? Trying to build this set and not be distracted by internet buffering. So find our Brick Therapy 2-3 Lego guy build with our 2 sig figs somewhere in the corner. Click a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And just thanks for being here, guys. How cool is that? We even got airline representation here with Ryanair. What is that tower in the back? Ryanair asked. The tower is called Barad-dûr. This one right here is Barad-dûr, part of the Lord of the Rings themed Lego series. So if you're familiar with the movie trilogy that, gosh, came out well over 20 years ago now, they did some really cool large scale builds, sets that you could buy and build up, which my son and I did over the summer. So there's Rivendell, we built that over the summer, and there's Barad-dûr. So we're talking, I think, between the two sets there, about 12,000 pieces. So to give you an idea, the set I'm building up right now, the Lego Creator set, this is 4,000 pieces. Each one of those sets is a lot more than that. So a very fun experience, a great build with my son. It was fun to do it live over the summer. So just very cool. My birthday is coming up, says Ivan. That's right. Very excited. The UCS Death Star coming his way. Ivan, you're sticking with it. Very cool. You sure, Ivan, you don't want to change your mind and get the aquarium? I mean, are you sure? Because the aquarium's got like a Lego built fish in and stuff like that. That might be exciting. Never too old for Lego says, I'm not part of the club. Lots of laughs. Only bought off their site once. Well, I know if they have you didn't do the email that Lego Insiders, I know you get like a magazine subscription. Actually, I don't know. I haven't gotten a catalog from them lately. That's funny. I need to look at my own membership or however it's described. I forget because my son loves looking through that thing at the catalog, basically, that comes out. And I think it's like quarterly. It's not every month. And there used to be like a kind of almost like a comic book series too, which was kind of like a glorified catalog of Lego, but it was, interactive stories and puzzles and crossword puzzles, I think, that also came out in the mail. Maybe I need to double check my membership, but it's a fun mailer to get. I just like getting the catalog in the mail. I mean, you could go on the website and look at all the Lego sets and products that are out there already, but it is fun to just take a look. There's nothing better than old school catalogs you get in the mail, mailers, and just paper copies with cool pictures of all the Lego sets that are out there for sale. Okay, now here's where actually, you know what? I can use the PDF version of this. I forgot. Sometimes the instructions, or a lot of times the instructions are hard to see because of the lighting. But if I do the PDF version, I can see better what in the heck's going on here. Okay, wrong set of pieces. That's why. So yeah, I don't know if you guys stick with the instruction booklets, like the paper copy instructions solely, or do you go to the PDF versions? As a kid, there was no PDF version to look at, just the books. So, but it does help, especially when you're putting together these brown brick pieces or black brick or dark blue. Just can't tell sometimes what piece exactly I need. I might probably buy the Lego aquarium for Black Friday. We'll see. Oh, really, Ivan? I was just kidding. I was hoping you'd say there's no comparison. No comparison. So the UCS, that'll be cool when you get that, Ivan. Hopefully it'll be a good gift with purchase when you do order it, or if your parents get it, or if they get it at the Lego store. So that would be great. And, hopefully they might even bring back, even though it wasn't the best, the gift with purchase that came with it originally. Maybe they'll do that in May. We will see. Ryanair says, wait, Lego has a PDF. Yes, like if you go on their website, you can look at their instructions online. So you can download the instructions as a PDF. You don't have to have the hard copy booklet. The cool part about that is, well, there's a lot a lot of helpful things for that. But if you have an older set and, you know, sometimes these get lost, ruined, torn up, thrown away, or whatever, the instructions are available online and you can just download it and have it. So that's always helpful. I don't know how old the instructions go back. Like the yellow Lego castle I had from the 80s, I just found that online, but it wasn't through Lego. But yeah, very helpful. Ivan says, I used to have my Gmail with the Lego store, and I got so many Lego catalogs in the mail. Says Ivan, yeah, it's fun. Mayo says, I just searched. There's a whole lot of Black Friday week sales and GWPs coming on Saturday. Okay, I've seen some preview YouTube people showing preview ideas. I have not watched any of them, so I'm curious if they say what they are. Does the Lego website say what they are, Mayo? I haven't looked specifically. I was just looking at the what's on offer and sale right now, but nothing popped up for Black Friday officially yet. Maybe I just need to look more closely. It's crazy, says Alexandria. Kathy says, I want some old Lego sets. Yeah, you know, if I could get old Lego sets easily, Kathy, I'm with you there. I'd love to get especially the classic space. If you guys are familiar with like the old, like if you saw, now that movie's actually getting dated too. If you saw the Lego movie that came out, gosh, what, about 10 years ago now already, which is also crazy. But if you saw one of the Lego movies, they have the spaceship guy, the astronaut guy, who represents obviously classic space. But his ship, they turned into a Lego set from that movie. That's classic space. That's a good example of Lego classic space. But those sets with the dark blue and the kind of the Saturn, planet of Saturn kind of logo, or just a planet with a ring around it, an arrow, and then you either get like a yellow, white, red, or blue astronaut. I think those were the main colors at the time. But yeah, those classic space sets were so fun. Great builds. I, enjoyed getting enjoyed building. You'd find, I guess, more modern type pieces, at least at that time. A lot of like smooth plate pieces. Like these just seem, at the time, these type of pieces seem so rare. And then, of course, when you built up this ship, you'd get panels and doors, and you'd get these pieces as well. But then you could build the doors on hinges, and then everything would open, and you could roll out like a little moon vehicle or something. Gosh, those would be cool. I think that's probably the closest thing you could get to an old Lego set now. Of course, you could look on Bricklink and probably pay a small fortune for them. I don't think any knockoff Lego companies would make those, but yeah, old Lego sets are so cool. Alexandria says, I'm hoping for some cool sales. Definitely, Alexandria. Definitely. I have recently bought the Lego Star Wars 327th Core Clone Trooper Battle Pack at Walmart, and I built it. It's a really great set. Ivan, yeah, I mentioned that. There's not much in terms of too exciting a deal on that yet, but I think it was $10 off the $45 price, which that price is crazy. But yeah, they did drop the price a little bit, so I guess you could call it a little bit of a sale. Little Lego says, I'm not in the mood to do lives anymore until my truck gets fixed. That's such a bummer. Yeah, things like that, when those happen, Little Lego, that definitely just kind of takes away the momentum. Of course, you got obviously real life situations you got to deal with, and then your mind is occupied with that kind of concern. So yeah, well, thanks for sticking with me here on the live stream, and maybe a little dose of brick therapy will help as I slowly build up this creator set, the assembly square. This is the set I'm working on right now. If you just joined the live stream, or if you're watching in the background, thanks so much already for the 10 likes, everyone. Alexander says, have you heard about the upcoming Golden Retriever Lego set? No, I have not, Alexander. Is that kind of like in the spirit or design of like the Tuxedo Cat or something like that? But no, I have not. And yeah, I was just looking through. Let me look through the Lego website here. Just curious to see if they're starting to advertise Black Friday. If I go to the homepage, though, it doesn't seem like it. It just has the usual headline of offers or headline of basically the different themes that they make. But yeah, Lego Insider points for some of the Formula One builds, including those little collectible minifig type cars, kind of like Matchbox cars sales or sets they have. And then let me see what's for sale. The older Star Wars sets, a lot of, or some brickheads, Paz Vizsla set, the Sarlacc pit, some brickheads, maybe some Marvel sets. So I think the most exciting thing in the sale list here to me is the, if you like Ninjago, the Dragonstone Shrine for $95, although that price doesn't seem so exciting. I got that set at Costco for half off, like 50% off. So that made that set worth getting. And the build looks cool. The price does not. Let's see. Ivan says, really good idea, Brick Therapy. Using a tray for the Lego pieces, does that help instead of putting the Lego pieces on the table? So thanks, Ivan. Yes, this, I don't know if it helped, if I didn't have to use this table for other things. My son does his homework on this table as well sometimes. So I don't want to leave Lego just on here. And I'm not going to build this set obviously all right away. So yeah, the TV tray helps. Everything's sorted by color and size. And if anything, it's making finding these pieces, especially as you get into the smaller builds, like all these little detailed builds here inside the different rooms, all these little accessory builds, a lot easier to find things. And so yeah, it does help. It does help. And it was kind of nice to, when I started the live stream on Saturday, just to sort before building. So since each one of the bags in this set, or each one of the numbered bags in this set is actually like 5 or more bags per number. So the Jazz Club was like 15 numbered bags. This set you would think would be double that, but they're not numbered that way. So bag 1, there was like 5 bags altogether. Bag 2, 5 bags altogether. So like only 6 numbered bags, but you know, you'd have to dig through quite a lot to get to the pieces you want. So you'd have to open all 5 bags, and then obviously like this tray just fills everything up. So it's definitely not as smooth a process. So anyway, yeah, just to say, it definitely helped sorting it ahead of time. Definitely helped. Let's see, what's up, Ian? Ian, welcome. Welcome. Let's see. Little Lego says, it's so stressful that I'm, oh no, back pain as well. Little Lego, man, you are hurting. Sorry about that. Alexandria says, Mayo, I'm looking, but I can't find. Oh, Discord. Yeah, Discord. That is a whole nother situation, Alexandria. I understand. Discord, we set one up over the summer, and I leave it to my son, Little Brick Therapy, to kind of manage through that and help out. But let's see. I feel like I'm missing something here. That's what. So let's see. As I built this, there's something that's not evening out correctly. Put this column back in order here. Thankfully, just one layer of Lego missing. Okay, back on track. So, yeah, sorting Lego for these bigger sets, and it kind of helps. It's kind of fun in the build process of when you open a new set, especially a big set like this, to sort everything first. That's a really good system, says Ivan. That made my Lego UCS Millennium Falcon build a lot easier. Yes, Ivan, exactly. Good point. I thought you'd probably knew of that already. And thanks for asking and bringing that up so I could talk about it real quick, because it is helpful. And, you know, part of brick therapy or just building Lego in general is making sure it's not a frustrating experience. So yeah, when you get to a UCS set, which is awesome, Ivan, especially since you built one up already, like the Millennium Falcon, and then probably the Death Star one coming out soon, or the one you're getting soon, that's going to be really helpful. Of course, you could spend, I would imagine, I don't know, for the Millennium Falcon, I'd guess also, you could probably spend a good couple hours just sorting the pieces. I guess if you did it all at once, or maybe if you did it bag by bag like I am here, maybe it doesn't take as long. But yeah, with a 7,000 piece set or like almost 10,000 piece set like the UCS, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of pieces to sort through. So curious, Ivan, I don't know if it's the most interesting thing, but now you made me think. When you built the UCS Millennium Falcon, how many numbered bags was that? Do you remember? Because I want to say, let's see, the UCS Death Star, I think, was 81 numbered bags, which is just that'll be crazy, but fun nonetheless, I'm sure, when you get it. Um, but yeah, that would be something that I would want to know about, especially if I get that UCS set. And I think that's like an older Lego set, so I want to know kind of how that one's numbered. If it's, I'm assuming it's kind of probably numbered more like this, the old UCS Millennium Falcon. You're tempting me to sort my assembly square out for my sorted inventory, says Little Lego. Little Lego, I think it's just fun. Sorting this was actually it was just as fun as a build process, to be honest. Well, especially because you also know it goes to a really cool build. But yeah, it just was a fun thing to do, to get it all sorted. Knowing too that this is now just making it so much easier to actually build up this set. So again, can't complain about that at all. And oops, like the build process now. Plus, when live streaming, I don't get as flustered looking for pieces and can just kind of keep up with the conversation. Even if my build progress is not as fast, I know that I'm not like hunting for like one little colored stud piece or some little hook random piece like that, or some random flower piece like this, which is what I was doing in bag 2, which, you know, don't want to have to deal with that. But oh, this is kind of cool in yellow. Haven't seen these in yellow before. You see these in a lot of the castle builds as well. I think castle builds. So Ivan says, that's exactly what I'm going to do with the Lego UCS Death Star. I'm going to repurpose the building tray. Oh, that's right, Ivan. I think you told me about that. You said if I do build the UCS Millennium Falcon, use one of the boxes. Maybe it was one of the boxes inside the box to sort things. Kathy says, I want the set you got. Yes, Kathy, the assembly square. Very cool set. You might look into getting an alternative brick version of it just because of the price. But yeah, it's fun, and it's just the organization of all the pieces is the part you got to do. But if you did what I'm doing here, then you'll have so much fun building it. I have the Mills plates already in my city. Awesome, Little Lego. That I would basically need to dedicate a full dining table or something like that, or a workbench surface to eventually connect all these modulars, because I would want to add like maybe a couple of these builds just for fun, or if you get into the Marvel sets like the Daily Bugle or the Avengers Tower, if we ever got that, or the gosh, what was it? Doctor Strange's house, the Bleecker Street house. I got the one that basically looks like a modular. Now I can't think of the name. Hey, Sham, welcome. Psh, am I reading that right? Sham Barak. Sham Barak, welcome, welcome. Ivan says it was a total of 17 bags for the UCS Millennium Falcon. Okay, so that makes me think if it was only 17 bags, because that's also way above the 4,000 piece count here. it's probably numbered like this one was, where you had a lot of bags, all the same number. But yeah, that would be interesting. So if you like Lego and you're new to Lego and you like talking Lego, you found the right live stream. Please click on the Brick Therapy Guide logo here. Click like and join the live stream. Thanks for being here and being part of the conversation, having a good back and forth discussion with Ivan Arroyo and Kathy, and just talking about Lego in general, little Lego, bringing up some fun topics, ideas, and you know, one of the maybe less exciting but very helpful and actually very I don't know, just nice, enjoyable, therapeutic, to borrow our channel's name again, is just the sorting of Lego, just sorting the pieces and making everything organized and easier to build, because you don't want to fall behind looking for pieces later on, because everything's just kind of a random pile of mess. And I think I forgot a layer of pieces, so I'm trying to even out everything here. But building up this third building here of the assembly square, this creator set assemblage square 10255. This set was retired about 2 years ago, I think. So it's probably one of the older modulars, but so far, so good. A fun experience. Shambarak says, what up are we building today? Shambarak, thanks for being here. I don't know if you're still here, but yeah, this is the set we're building, 10255, the assembly square. Thanks for being here. Leave a like. JBT is here. Psh, good to see you back, JBT. Never Told for Lego says, I'm not here. I'm invisible. Hey, Never Told for Lego. Just glad to have you here. Lurking in the background, as they say. Mayo says, I'll be lurking until the end of Monday Night Football. Very cool, Mayo. JBT says, I'll be here just for a bit. No worries. Leave a like, guys, as you hear. Good to see you, even if you're just hanging out in the background there, like Mr. NTO4L. I love the abbreviation, Kathy. So cool. I remember when I figured that out what was that, last week, when I saw you use that abbreviation. I'm like, that's so good. How did I not figure that out more quickly? But either way, very cool. All right, so building up some very cozy looking accessory parts now to the coffee house. This is the part where I'm glad I sorted everything, because now I'm looking for some random small pieces and building up these mini builds or accessory builds, however they're technically referred to. But yeah, this is a set where you definitely want to sort the pieces ahead of time. I think it will serve you well. And any other giant Lego set where you're getting into the thousands of piece range or piece count, then for sure you want to pre-sort everything. So this has been very helpful. And now I just need to go to the right section where I already put stuff and can build up more easily, especially when you're just building up a little one stud build of a flower or table, I guess, like a little side table here to put your coffee on, of course, in the coffee house. But if this was still bag 2, I'd be searching for quite a while before I actually found what I'm looking for. But now it's like right there. Just find the pieces. It's already organized, which is so nice. So now getting into wish lists. So if you guys are just lurking in the background, I guess I can bring up any topic I want. Ivan says, all right, gotta go. Have a good night. See ya, Ivan. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here, joining the live stream all the time. Love having you here, man. Love having all you guys here. So thanks for being here for as long as you can be. So thinking about future wish lists, or as Alexandria said earlier, hoping for some sales. Yes, hoping for, I doubt this will go on sale, but I know I've mentioned this already. But I would love to get the Natural History Museum. So on the top list I've had for quite a while, especially since fall, when we're talking about all these big sets that Lego's been releasing basically since August. So when the Soundwave Transformer set came out in August, and then the sets got even more popular, larger scale sets like the pirate, Captain Jack Sparrow pirate ship, and then gosh, what was it? That was in September. There was the Willy Wonka set. I don't know if that was as popular, but the Willy Wonka set, another cool looking build. The Goonie set that came out just a couple weeks ago. Of course, the UCS Millennium Falcon. So there's just been a series of huge Lego builds, and a couple of times some older sets that were or are being retired have gone on sale, which was tempting, like the Harry Potter Diagon Alley. There's a more mini scale version of that one that's still available, but the one that they released about 5 or 6 years ago, which was basically like you could have your own, kind of like the Assembly Square, just a series of Harry Potter related themed buildings, which would have been great as its own modular set as well. Anyway, that was on sale. I think that dropped down to about 40% off, because that was usually like a $450 set or whatever. It went down below, I want to say below $300. But anyways, there's been so many tempting discounts that it's hard to not stray away from your wish list. And then, is it this week? Or no, maybe it's next week during or right after all the Black Friday sales, they're going to release the Star Trek set. And so my wish list has been debated off and on. Should I stick with what I have? Because the Natural History Museum, I was wanting that for probably almost since it was announced or released, and then thought, it's not that great. And then now that I'm building these modulars, I'm like, yeah, that set is a must-have, at least for our collection here. And so the thing is, I hope it would go on sale, but I'm probably thinking it won't be on sale. So my other hope is for during the Black Friday week, or before Christmas, or maybe both, there'll be a series of just double insider points days. And maybe that's easy enough to look up and find out if that's true or not. But yeah, I would love to get that set on sale if at all possible. And I don't know, but that, and then of course also on the wish list is the UCS Millennium Falcon. And I've seen that set go on sale a few times off and on, but not usually. Not usually in the last few years, I don't think. I don't think that's gone on sale anytime recently. It has been on discount with some other retailers. I think there was a retailer called Zavvi at one time. I don't know if they sell Lego anymore. Actually, I haven't really heard from them. So I don't know if that, I think that's a retailer based out of the UK, but they would have like periodic sales on that set, especially the UCS Millennium Falcon, for whatever reason. And it dropped down a couple $100, so it'd go down to like the $600 price range. And I remember there was a lot of hype from people about wanting to get that set, and I never acted on it because those UCS sets are so intimidating, especially for the price. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully there'll be something where I can find out if there'll be, or not find out, but hopefully I can find a deal on those. That would be great. Ivan's off. See you, Ivan. See you, JBT. Kathy says the Death Star that came out. Oh, which topic is that? Or Kathy, you're talking about a different set. I need to find out what's retiring, Alexandria says. Yes, I think, well, if you go on the Lego set, of course, or the Lego website, not the Lego set. If you go on the Lego website, they do have retiring now. They have like a whole page for it. If I go through a quick read through here, you'll probably recognize these sets. So the Jazz Club, the one I just built, is retiring. The Razor Crest, the UCS Razor Crest, the Lion's Castle, the UCS X-Wing Starfighter, the Viking Village, another modular set, the Boutique Hotel. So they're retiring two. Santa's Post Office, that set went on sale a couple times through Target. Ninjago City Markets. Of course, you got to add to the Ninjago collection if you've started like I have with the Ninjago City, the original modular. The Sarlacc Pit, the Desert Skiff, the Droideka, so quite a few Star Wars sets. The Orient Express train. I don't really buy too many Lego train sets. Actually, I don't buy any. I think I got one, and that was a while ago. But yeah, that one, it does look like a cool build. I think they've had that on sale. The red London telephone box, the Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition with a giant owl build on top. And the other Disney Castle. That one doesn't seem like it lasted as long as the first Disney Castle, but that's a $400 set. And then just to round off the front page of what they got here, the Tanty 4, the MIDI build, the Batman animated series Gotham City, just kind of a more of like a display build, but it does come with, I forgot that, it does come with some very cool figs. So you got old school Batman, the Riddler, I want to say, the Joker, and Batgirl, or at least it looks maybe like Batgirl. She's like wearing a gray suit, so maybe it's like the old comic book or TV series looking version. But yeah, there's some cool, very cool builds retiring. Of course, you can't have them all, right? It's like Pokemon. Can you get all the sets, every single theme? Of course not. But it would be so cool to have a pretty sizable budget. And then you guys know that Lego, I think they still have it going on. I'd have to look on the website again, but they had the wish list entry you could do. You could go on the Lego website and put a wish list for sets you'd want. Well, maybe not that many, depending on what your wish list is. So maybe a few sets you want. But up to $1,000, they have a win your wish list. Win your wish list entry through the Lego website. So if you're a Lego insider, that's kind of fun. And you know, maybe you'll win your wish list. I don't know how many people actually win those entries. I know it's more than one though. At least it has been in the past. So far, I think the most exciting sweepstakes or entry that Lego has done, and assuming it's a real thing, you know, just because who knows if the winners really exist or not. But I think the most tempting thing, and maybe Lego probably won't do it anymore just because it's quite amazing, is they did a million insider points or VIP points back in the day. You could win 1,000,000 VIP points or insider points in Lego. So what would that amount to? I think, if I remember, I'd have to do the math, but I think someone's said that's probably the equivalent of about $20,000 in Lego. But 1,000,000 insider points, man, you could do well with that. Of course, all of us would probably, especially Lego collectors, would probably, you know, want more after that. But wow, 1,000,000 insider points. Let's go. I'm back, says B Bandits. Very cool. OWT or outs 15 or OWTS 15. Psh, welcome back or welcome. Let's see. Kathy might have a question. Brick Therapy 2-3. Good to see you guys greeting each other. Is it outs? Outs. Maybe it's outs. Outs is here. Says he's doing good. Welcome, Outs. Some of you guys know each other. The other thing is I get thrown off by some of you guys because you use your other accounts. So I don't recognize the name, obviously. But glad to have you guys here in the live stream. I'm having my own kind of monologue, but definitely... Oh, one with a stud. That's what out stands for. There we go. One with a stud. Love it. Maybe if I change my username or do a new username to BT23, then I can hop on some of your guys' live streams. You probably would recognize me right away, though. BT23 is not the most complicated abbreviation, but fun nonetheless. Kathy says the Disney set I want is $99.99. It's on sale. Which one is that, Kathy? The $100 Disney set. Is it the one with the... Actually, no. If it's on sale, it would be more expensive. I was thinking of like the... it's kind of like the giant... It's the animated look where it's a giant Mickey and then it has some of the... all the characters from probably some of the most popular films of Disney, like Lion King and such, but I'm trying to think what that one's called. I wanted that set for a while too, so let me see what it is. That one's gone on sale a few times. What is it? It's the Magic of Disney set. Yeah, so it's like a giant Mickey build where he's in his Fantasia outfit. But that one looked cool for a little while, but now I don't know if I would get it. All right, Mayo, thanks for lurking in the background, man, being here. Very cool. Thanks for being here, Mayo, checking in, leaving a like. Kathy says, I was asking if it was on sale. Oh, which set then, Kathy? I thought you said the one I want is $99.99. I thought you knew what it was. Oates says, one with a stud says, how do you afford Lego? I haven't got a set in months. How do you afford Lego? Always a good question, one with a stud. Basically budgeting for it, and then after, gosh, not buying Lego for a long time, then I've had insider points stacked up. So then that's when we got Bardor. So this set was probably one of those sets I got a while ago and just let the insider points stack up. The Disney one, the Fantasian hat. Oh yeah, so that is the one. Yeah, that one, I haven't seen it on sale lately, but I know, Kathy, it's been at least at Target. Actually, I don't know if anyone else has had it on sale. Target had it for $70 a couple of times. That one might be a Black Friday deal. I don't know. I'm surprised that one wasn't being retired because I didn't think that one was as popular. But maybe it is because it's not being retired yet. So let me add a staircase here to the coffee shop as I build. This will be a good piece. Whoops. Thankfully, nothing else dropped. This will be a good piece to add to the build here and sort of get out of the way, since it's a good section of the build here. And of course, hard to see. I gotta use the PDF again. Hard to see the separation lines with these darker pieces. Zoom in. That's the cool part about the PDF. I can zoom in and see where. Oh, does that look right? So zoom in and see where things are going. Oh wow, this is actually different than I thought. Oh my gosh. There's one little section here that's looking somewhat confusing, but maybe it's because, I'm doing that. Okay. I'm adding another stair step to the stair, so it was hard to decipher. I'm glad I have the PDF version here because for a second there it didn't make sense. But yeah, the wish list for me is definitely going to be the Natural History Museum, and I'm debating whether or not to use insider points. So one with a stud, when you say afford Lego, there's also that fun challenge, dilemma, whatever you want to call it, where do I use my insider points to get some of these sets? Because especially if they offer double insider points, I probably would love to making sure I put the stair in the right place. Would love to stack up insider points for a UCS set, because that thing, any amount of discount I can get on a large UCS set would be awesome. And I haven't seen this come around too often, but there was a point where I almost got the UCS Millennium Falcon last year when they had double insider points offered. They had like a couple of giftable purchases, and Rakuten was offering like 15 or 20%. Oh man, that would have been the time. But again, with the UCS sets, it's hard for me to go to that level, that price level of Lego when it gets above the. Well, basically, this was probably the most expensive. These two sets, the Rivendell, like go above that price level is crazy. Kathy says, "Do I get a gift with purchase if I purchase it on the Lego website?" So if you go on the Lego website, Kathy, although you might have seen this before, but thanks for asking because it definitely helps other people. You go on the Lego website, you'll see gift with purchases that are advertised on the homepage, and usually you'll find a section called offers. And then if you click on the offers picture, it'll tell you what the gift with purchases are. Not all gift with purchases are available for anything that you buy. So for example, right now there's a gift with purchase called the fish tank filter that you only get it if you buy the aquarium set. But then there'll be other gift with purchases that will be offered, and what you have to do is spend a certain amount of money. Usually the most impressive gift with purchases require over about $100. So you have to spend around $100 or so to get a gift with purchase. And if you're buying a large scale set, then it makes it worthwhile. Like for example, some people when they buy the UCS sets, like the UCS Death Star or the Goonies set, then they'll get a gift with purchase specific to that. But then they can sell the gift with purchase for. There's just people who want to buy that set for like $100, so you end up, kind of making some of your money back. So, yeah, it just depends on what the price threshold is. So, yeah, a little bit different. They don't always come with what you want to buy. All right, guys, getting late here. Kathy, glad you were here. Oh no, that's one with a stud. One with a stud. Glad to see you, man. Amy says, I finished the Hogwarts Castle. Very cool, Amy. How fun. How fun is that? I will be spending $100, says Kathy. So Kathy, if you're not in a hurry, you might want to wait and see if there'll be a gift with purchase next week, or like between Thanksgiving week and Christmas, because Lego will definitely want to put something else out there for people to buy, and of course encourage them to buy. So right now they're trying to like build up the momentum for that aquarium set. So nothing else new specifically will be out there right now, gift with purchase wise. So right now there wouldn't be any. If you're wanting to buy a gift or if you're wanting to get a gift with purchase, there's nothing out there right now. They had for a while that other Disney TV set that was available, but right now it's kind of an off week for that. So I would say if you're not in a hurry, be a little patient on that, and then probably next week look and see if you get a gift with purchase for around the $100. I would assume probably a little bit more than that. So maybe $100 or $140 price range. It just depends on, I guess, what kind of size Lego puts out there in terms of gift with purchase. When the gift with purchase comes with minifigures, then you'll have to spend a lot more than just $100 to get whatever that gift with purchase is going to be. So, and then what the other thing to consider is if that Disney set you want is on sale somewhere else, like another retailer, maybe Target or whatever, it might just be worth getting that set on its own and not being worried about the gift with purchase, because you're going to probably save more money that way. you don't get a gift with purchase, but at the same time, you didn't spend $20 or $30 extra. So, yeah, then you kind of have to, be that bargain shopper who really, who really thinks through everything a little bit more. And it's like, okay, what's the trade-off here? It's like investing, I guess, in that case. Like, what's the trade-off? What am I giving up if I buy this set now to get a gift with purchase, or what do I gain by buying that set from someone else? So it's kind of a, I don't know. It's a fun challenge. I won't say it's a bad thing, but it's definitely something that you gotta kind of debate back and forth. Look at your budget, see what is the most advantage thing. And if you're someone who's trying to stack insider points, then sometimes it pays to, or don't want to use too much of the similar don't want to use too much similar terminology, but sometimes it's a better deal to just get a Lego set you want where there's a sale and it's not on lego.com. So what do you give up if you're buying on, or if you buy from somewhere else? If you don't buy from Lego directly, then you might give up insider points and you might give up a gift with purchase. But if the sale is too good, like too good to pass up, then of course it makes more sense to buy from somewhere else. So like I was saying earlier, like bigger sets like the UCS sets, or any set over the $100 range, if you see it for a better price, like 10 or 20% discount or more, definitely probably worth buying from that separate retailer. So yeah, there's a lot of things to consider, and then of course it just boils down to how much do I want this set. If I just want this set, then you'll just buy it. That's the danger of going to the Lego store. If you have a Lego store near you, and you go into the Lego store, it's just, you are surrounded by so many cool things, and the impulse is there to just buy a set. So the temptation in the Lego store is huge. Just warning you if you ever go to one. But if you're not near one, then it's not the same thing. It's cool to get Lego from other retailers, of course. But yeah, if you go into a Lego store, that is a whole another ball game, man. That's the temptation, the challenge is real. But again, if you just want a set, then it's worth going. What in the world is this? Is that like an accessory counter to get straws and stirrers and all kinds of stuff? So this goes in the coffee shop, or the coffee house build. So I think I'll stop right there. Not too much of a change, but yeah, there's definitely some more detail in the coffee house. And then of course these, I believe, are mostly finished, the bakery and the floor shop. I think the bakery's done for sure, because you've got the next level of pieces waiting to, or next level of the structure to be put on top with these separated stud pieces here. So thanks everyone for joining me on this Monday, and definitely thank you for sticking with me through that crazy glitch part that was happening. Oh, did I miss D&M Bricks? There, D&M Bricks, Brick Therapy 2-3. Oh, D&M Bricks, where are you, man? I see you often for a while here, and then there he is. D&M Bricks. So glad you could be here, man. Sorry I was at the tail end of the live stream, but thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all the likes. I will plan to live stream again tomorrow. Alexandria says, people will always try to tear down your dreams. Follow what makes you happy. That is a good point to finish up on. Thank you, Alexandria, for some good positive thoughts. Have a great rest of your Monday, everyone, and hopefully the connection tomorrow will be better. All right.